So today on my story, I'm going to say, ask me anything about my vaccine experience. Make sure I spell that with a little heart so people feel a little welcomed.
TikToker Ellie Zeiler is doing an Ask Me Anything with her followers. The 17-year-old content creator with over 10 million followers is known for her posts featuring fashion hauls, beauty hacks, and viral dance videos. But today,
so many people asking.
She's talking to her fans about the COVID-19 vaccine. And instead of a typical endorsement deal from major brands, lately,
hi, Dr. Fauci.
It's actually the United States government asking for Ellie's help.
The White House actually reaches out. Yeah. What were they looking for?
They said they were starting this whole process of reaching out to influencers, people who are in the public eye, and really wanting to stop these rumors and get the word out about the vaccine.
Zeiler, who got her vaccine in May, sharing her own experience with the shot to ease the concerns of other young Americans, the least vaccinated age group in the country.
A lot of people are asking, did it hurt? Was it painful? Did you have any side effects after getting the second dose? I had no side effects. So this person said, do you recommend getting the vaccine as a 13-year-old girl? I don't know why, but I'm scared. I 100% think that everyone should get vaccinated. 4,000 people have seen it so far, but by the end of the day, around 60 to 100,000 people will see this later.
As the country battles another COVID surge, doctors say this is now the pandemic of the unvaccinated. Fewer than half of Americans aged 18 to 24 are fully vaccinated. And with the highly contagious Delta variant spreading and schools starting up again, the rush is on to get shots in the arms of America's youngest generation. The Biden administration is reaching Gen Z in the best way they know how, through their phones, enlisting the likes of social media icons.
If Olivia Rodrigo tells you to get vaccinated, you get vaccinated.
Like Olivia Rodrigo.
This is a day in my life as a White House intern.
Benny Drama, even Dude with Sign to help get the word out.
I mean, what's that like? You started out this page lip syncing. And now you're helping inform the country about the realities of a vaccine that could help save millions of lives.
Yeah, I think that that's just the impact of social media, that anyone can do it.
And they're not just promoting vaccines, but combating a growing tide of vax misinformation and unfounded conspiracies running rampant on social media.
Did you feel a responsibility to your followers to speak out about the vaccine?
Yeah, I was used to, in the beginning of the pandemic, being a positive place for them, to actually giving them useful and straight up factual advice that I knew was going to be beneficial because I talked to Dr. Fauci about it.
Currently authorized COVID vaccines are among the most well-studied in history. Their speedy development, relying on decades of scientific research and billions in government investment.
Hi, Dr. Fauci.
The Biden administration pairing creators with America's top doc, Chief Medical Advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci, dispelling myths and answering young people's most burning questions directly.
My first question for you is the actual COVID virus in the vaccine?
The answer is absolutely not. It is not the virus. It's one particular protein called the spike protein.
I keep hearing people talking about fertility being a reason not to get vaccinated. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's not an opinion, Jax, it's the facts. And the facts are that, with the experience of literally hundreds of millions of vaccinations among women, there is no indication whatsoever that has any impact on fertility.
And when it comes to working directly with the White House,
were the symptoms bad?
Many of these social media stars are doing it for free.
Influencers are used to making tens of thousands of dollars per post. Why do this?
They're doing it because they believe in it. Promoting vaccination and working with the White House is a status symbol.
It's almost like the real clout is getting to sit down with Dr. Fauci.
Exactly. I mean, Dr. Fauci is a hugely viral figure. And by the way, doing an interview with Dr. Fauci, that generates enormous engagement on their social channels. So these influencers are getting a lot from the deal, even if it's not direct payment.
Hello, everyone.
Aiden Cohn-Murphy founded Gen Z for Change, an organization recruited by the White House to help promote the vaccine.
So Gen Z for Change is a coalition of over 500 TikTok creators with a combined following of about 432 million people. Our cumulative reach in 1 month is about 1.5 billion views. That's more than CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News combined per month.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if yours is.
One of Gen Z for Change's team members is Lacey B, a Missouri-based TikToker with over 1 million followers.
I'm personally talking to my Black and brown communities here when I say, I understand why we wouldn't trust that the government gives us, but I'm also telling you that we are the most affected by the virus.
What are some of the specific hesitations that you're hearing about as to why people won't get the vaccine?
Most of the questions were just basically, can they trust it? And just seeing how I reacted with it and just asking me like my personal experience when it comes to the vaccine.
In Missouri, where she lives, less than 50% of the population is fully vaccinated, and only 28% of the Black community is a part of that group.
In my videos, I do speak in English and Spanish and make sure I have subtitles just because I want to reach the largest audience possible.
I keep trying to tell you, you're going to be genetically modified.
Community mistrust is not to be confused with active disinformation.
It's going to be the perfect time and the perfect stage set to bring in the Antichrist.
And these young influencers are stepping up to cut through that noise.
It's definitely very hard to navigate, but when it comes to people saying like, the vaccine is going to microchip you. So you just want to immediately knock down, and debunk the stuff that's disinformation.
On social media, the slope from legitimate concerns about the vaccine to far-fetched conspiracy theories is slippery. A recent study found that 124 TikTok videos containing vaccine misinformation were viewed more than 20 million times and shared nearly 340,000 times.
What is the range of misinformation we're actually seeing right now?
The conspiracies out there are insane. There's all these fake videos of people, gluing a stapler to their head or whatever and saying the vaccine is making them magnetic. But the more insidious stuff, you'd call it sort of soft disinformation. It's kind of meant to prime you to believe more extreme theories.
How do you talk to your vaccine hesitant loved ones in a calm, informative way?
Gen Z for Change actually makes it a point to coach their creators on the different types of misinformation out there.
We talked a lot about the truth sandwich, which is kind of coming in with a very empathetic approach, explaining a little bit of the truth behind the vaccine, and then kind of dislodging the rumors and the misinformation that the person might believe without making them feel small, because nobody ever wants to be told that they're wrong. And then closing out with again, an empathetic approach and linking them to sources where they can do their own research.
Each creator we spoke to acknowledges that some of the inaccuracies they see online come from followers' parents.
Is it frustrating to think that a lot of the misinformation that young people are getting is actually coming from their parents?
It's so frustrating because they grew up in a different atmosphere that we did, and so it's very much like we have to take control of our own destiny.
We know that navigating conversations with your family about the vaccine can be difficult.
So we made a video kind of talking about based on the type of parent you have, here is how to approach them in a conversation without making them mad, without causing any strife, and but to have an effective conversation with them about how to get vaccinated if that's something you want.
Still, it's an uphill battle for these creators. A study by UC San Francisco researchers found that about 1 in 4 unvaccinated people aged 18 to 25 said they probably will not or definitely will not get the COVID-19 vaccination.
Do you think these pro-vaccine campaigns are enough to get the unvaccinated vaccinated?
Anti-vax influencers, right? They will spend all day, every day promoting disinformation. So it's great that these influencers are, off doing a post with Dr. Fauci, but they're up against this very coordinated disinformation network. I think they need to take a look at the role that these tech platforms are playing.
Either way, these influencers all say if they can change one person's mind, they'll have helped make a difference.
100% would definitely be the goal, but even just constantly getting a higher number of people that are vaccinated and getting lower number of people that are in the hospital with COVID or people that are dying from COVID, because you don't want this to still be a death wish.
Do you feel like you're helping?
I do feel like I'm helping. I get emails and DMs a lot of the time where it was like, I got my first shot of the vaccine today because I saw your video or because I saw you, which is so crazy to say out loud, but that is what makes me continue want to do it.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.